In 2016, an original musical opened at the Music Box Theater on Broadway. With music and lyrics by rising stars Benj Pasek and Justin Paul, Dear Evan Hansen made a strong impact on the theater community, giving voice to those who didn't feel seen.
But what was so powerful about the show and the moment that's still living is it captured something that young people live in their lives right now in social media and in contemporary society that didn't exist 20 years ago.
You know, the impact of social media, which is still very, very present, you know, in our lives, you know, impacts him and this community. And I think there's like an authenticity to the storytelling that I get and that I hope comes into our production.
So I first saw the show in 2016 when it first opened, and I thought it was an incredibly moving piece. I think it's the most audible crying I've ever heard in a theater.
And I was one of those people that they talk about that was like audibly crying in the show.
The show that I saw on Broadway was very small and intimate, had an 8-person onstage cast. And so for the Muny, it's always like, how can we expand it? How can we bring the story to life in a new way that amplifies it for a considerably larger stage and an audience of 11,000? And so we're really planning to flesh out all the high school scenes and fill the space with the incredibly talented Muny teens. And for me, it's always such an honor to work with the Muny teens, as they are the next generation of Broadway performers.
Like the Muny's tools are, I'm going to use the word epic. I mean, like, not only is there a scale, but the specificity and visual clarity that, you know, you can get with those amazing tools. And there are a lot of thoughts and ideas going around on how we can use that tool and how we can bring that world to life in a way that no one else can.
The sense of pressure to fit in, to be a part of something, to feel like everything's going on and you're not a part of it, and the pain that comes from that. No one had ever written that in a musical before, ever.
The understanding that when that happens, when something like that happens and your world opens up, how it can so easily get away from you, and then it just gets bigger than you, and then you just get swallowed up in it. And I think that, I hope that understanding translates into how we tell the story. There's such a strong St. Louis community, there's such a strong Muny community, and yeah, I feel very grateful and blessed to be a part of that. But when I think about bringing that community together, you know, this summer, and being able to share and experience this story, I think, wow, I think it's really going to be exciting to see what that dialogue is, and I hope it makes people laugh, and I hope that it moves people, and I hope it gets people to think about those who are not seen.